The novel that I chose to do is Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. And first off, we're playing American soap opera music, Young and the Restless, because Anna Karenina was basically a soap opera, a Russian soap opera. So let's get started with my remix here. Let's start with introducing the first protagonist, Anna. Anna, and the second protagonist is Levin. Now, Anna's story ends in tragedy. Levin's story ends in a successful and happiness full of love. Now, let's start with Anna. Anna is married to Karenina. Karenina commits adultery. But I wouldn't even call it committing adultery because he had as many hoes as he wanted. Didn't matter. Society didn't care. Just because of who he was, which he was very powerful in the show. Now, when Anna decides to commit adultery by getting involved and having an affair with Vronsky, oh, all hell breaks loose. Everyone in Russia decides to hate Anna. So she's completely hated by everyone, okay? But the problem with Vronsky is that Kitty, this is Kitty, which is the woman that Levin loves. Vronsky and Kitty kind of had a thing, but Levin was so in love with Kitty, and so she had to choose. And even though she found Levin's diaries of all of the women that he's been with and basically his whole life story, she still decided to be with him, and they lived happily ever after. And during this part of Tolstoy's life, he was going through a very religious part of his life, and so their faith for one another and their love ended up in a happy marriage, and that represents the author's marriage in which he had, which was very loving and happy. So, back to Anna and her dreadful life. So, Anna is hated by everyone, and so she decides she can't handle it, and decides to jump in front of a train. Chicka 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 choo! And she dies. And so Anna's story ends in tragedy, while Levin's story ends in love and happiness. So basically what we've learned here through this remix is that the only reason that Anna really stayed with Karenina after he committed adultery, actually, let's stop calling it adultery, after he was messing around with his hoes, she decided to stay with him because of their son that they have together, their child, but when she commits adultery, yeah, let's call that adultery because it really was, according to society, of course, they really looked down upon her, and she was hated, and she had no one to turn to except for Vronsky. But at the end of the day, that love, it wasn't strong enough. She couldn't survive just off that one love. And it was, yeah, like I said, it wasn't strong enough. Whereas Levin's love for Kitty, that endured a lot as well. Probably not as much as Anna's, but Anna's situation, but it did endure a lot of adversity. And through their faith and their love for one another, they outlasted it all, and they lived happily ever after. Unlike Anna, who's now dead because she jumped in front of a train. Okay, guys, well, I hope that you liked my remix. And bye! Oh, P.S. Dr. Preston, I know that this was only supposed to be a minute, but, yeah. I'm sorry, I just got carried away with all my stuffed animals. This is my sorry for 2012. Yep, listen. Yep, had to make it clear. Alright, well, yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and if there's anyone else watching this video, I hope you guys liked it too. This was only supposed to be a project for class, but, yeah, I mean, you guys are free to watch it, so, hope you liked it. Alright, later.